Parlementaire du Premier ministre.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Chers collègues, je prends la parole aujourd'hui au nom de la motion sur le racisme systémique et la discrimination religieuse, également appelée M103. Je partage mes pensées et mes convictions à l'appui de cette motion. En tant que député de Vaudreuil-Soulanges, en tant que secrétaire parlementaire du Premier ministre pour la jeunesse et avant tout, en tant que père de 2 jeunes enfants qui vont devoir vivre avec les décisions que nous prenons ici en Chambre. Le débat qui a lieu en février dernier sur le M103 a suscité la passion tant à Ottawa qu'à l'échelle du Canada. Et les Canadiens ont exprimé leur ferme soutien et leur préoccupation. Certaines des discussions étaient accompagnées d'expériences individuelles, que ce soit par les nouveaux immigrants qui ont fui la persécution religieuse ou par ceux qui ont vécu le racisme ici, au Canada. Ce racisme est malheureusement alimenté par la désinformation. Le résultat, Monsieur le Président, est que certains Canadiens, notamment les Canadiens musulmans, sont victimes d'attaques verbales, émotionnelles et physiques. Monsieur le Président, aujourd'hui, j'espère d'ajouter de la valeur à la discussion et aux travaux entrepris par mon estime collègue de Mississauga, Aaron Mills. Peut-être en même temps, Monsieur le Président, je peux mettre les choses au clair sur ce que la motion entend faire et ne pas faire. So, Mr. Speaker, let's begin with what M103 is and what it isn't. First and foremost, unequivocally and without hesitation, I can state that this motion is not an attempt to control or limit free speech, one of the most fundamental pillars of our freedom, as many critics, many of whom sit across the aisle, have unfortunately come to suggest. Some have argued that this motion allows this government to prevent Canadians from expressing their opinions. And Mr. Speaker, I reject that claim. M103 is a motion, not a proposed law. The difference between the two is important to note, as one would have the full force of the federal government and its resources if passed, and one is, amongst other aspects, a strong symbolic gesture of solidarity and a means by which we as a government can bring about awareness and bring about a discussion on an injustice plaguing millions of Canadians. The reality is, Mr. Speaker, that M103 seeks to strengthen the rights and freedoms guaranteed to Canadians by the Charter, emphasizing that we must do more to defend Muslim Canadians and others facing discrimination whose privileges to life, liberty and security of person are threatened by religious discrimination. I foresee no Canadian from any corner of this great country who wishes to see the rights of any infringed because of the hateful speech of others. Mr. Speaker, M103 does not limit rights. It's a motion that seeks to promote and protect the rights of all of us. And, Mr. Speaker, some have asked if there's even a need for this motion. As some critics say, that Muslim communities in Canada are simply not discriminated against. I think it's time to set the record straight. In April 2016, Statistics Canada released a report demonstrating that from 2012 to 2014, hate crimes against Muslims have more than doubled. The result is Muslims in Canada, the United States, and across the globe have seen increased attacks on their mosques, their homes, and their persons. These are not abstract statistics, Mr. Speaker. These are the lives of Canadian women, children, and men. They are our constituents, our neighbours, our families, our friends, and our fellow citizens. This cannot stand. In my own community of Vaudreuil-Soulanges, 2 faith leaders, one of the Muslim and one of the Jewish faith respectively, whom I respect dearly, have shared with me their concerns about keeping their followers and institutions safe after receiving threats. In some cases, I'm sad to report that these led to actual instances of vandalism. Mr. Speaker, nobody should feel threatened, insecure, or worried because of who they are. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Mr. Speaker, in 1971, Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau said that the freedom to be ourselves must be fostered and pursued actively, and that if freedom of choice is in danger for some, it's in danger for all. I wish only to humbly add, Mr. Speaker, that if the will to defend and protect those who are most vulnerable and who are often so victims of discrimination are in danger, then we must do all we can to remind one another that Canada is a community of nations. That is a fixed fact. Therefore, to defend one community is a duty to defend them all. That idea, Mr. Speaker, is not new either to this chamber nor this country. In the past, I proudly rose and voted for similar motions condemning discrimination against the Jewish and Yazidi peoples. In February of last year, this House stood for a motion condemning anti-Semitism in Canada, as Jewish communities did and continue to face ugly and un-Canadian hatred. A similar condemnation was passed by the House in 2011 on the attacks of Coptic Christian communities. Mr. Speaker, this government and this House did our part then. It is time to rise once again and stand in solidarity with our fellow Canadians as we did in 2011, twice more in 2016, and so many times, Mr. Speaker, in our storied history. Monsieur le Président, le devoir que nous avons à l'heure actuelle envers ceux qui sont dans le besoin est aussi une obligation envers ceux qui viendront après nous, c'est-à-dire les jeunes du Canada. Nous devrons laisser derrière nous un héritage dont les générations futures seront fières. Cela commence avec des motions comme celle-ci, où cette Chambre est unie pour ce qui est juste et ce qui est nécessaire. Si cette Chambre n'adopte pas cette motion, elle affirme clairement que l'islamophobie et toute autre forme de discrimination religieuse ne constitue pas un problème au Canada. Un message qui affectera des millions de Canadiens. Monsieur le Président, en tant que secrétaire parlementaire du Premier ministre pour la jeunesse, je travaille avec les jeunes parce que je suis convaincu qu'ils peuvent faire du Canada un meilleur endroit pour vivre pour tous. En ce moment, leurs yeux sont sur nous. Ils veulent que nous fassions ce qui est nécessaire et ce qui est juste. En tant que père, Monsieur le Président, je veux laisser un héritage à mes enfants qui seront fiers de grandir, sachant que leurs amis musulmans et leurs familles auront le soutien de cette Chambre derrière eux, comme c'était le cas pour les Juifs, les Yazidis et les peuples chrétiens coptes l'an passé. When Shrosh Hassana recently took her seat as part of the Daughters of the Vote initiative on International Women's Day, Mr. Speaker, she spoke out as a woman, as a Muslim, and as a young Canadian. She spoke passionately and without hesitation on the importance of condemning language that seeks to divide us. Islamophobia, she said, is a heavy word, but is heaviest for those who are on the receiving end of it. Her words in this House resonated, Mr. Speaker, and reinforced that we are a proud nation, one that is strong because of our differences, not in spite of them. La motion 103 est un pas dans la bonne direction, Monsieur le Président, et j'espère contribuer à rendre le Canada plus sûr pour les victimes potentielles du racisme et de la discrimination religieuse. Je veux permettre au Comité permanent du patrimoine canadien afin d'étudier comment faire face aux défis présents auxquels sont confrontées les collectivités à risque. This motion, Mr. Speaker, is both symbolic and powerful. It is symbolic because it is this Chamber's way of standing side by side with our fellow Canadians facing the challenges of discrimination. Furthermore, M103 will be effective because it asks the Standing Committee on Heritage to work on using the elements of our laws and the information it will be tasked with collecting to better protect both Muslims and others who might face racism and religious discrimination. So in conclusion, Mr. Speaker, we have a duty to our constituents to protect them, but also to stand with them. To all those who face racism and religious discrimination, I am proud to support this motion and to let them know that they are not alone. Merci, Monsieur le Président. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.